What's up, everybody? It's me, Bryce Garbs here with another video, historical video. Today we will be, this video will be about the Battle of Elkhorn Tavern, or Pea Ridge, Arkansas, fought on May 7th to May 8th of 1862, which resulted in a Union victory and a crushing Confederate defeat. Um, with this Union victory, under the Federal forces, under the command of Brigadier General of Samuel R. Curtis, and under his direct command, Brigadier General Franz Sigel, commander of this First and Second Union divisions, the Federals managed to beat the Confederate Army under the command of Major General Earl Van Dorn, Major General Sterling Price, the Missouri Guard, Brigadier General Benjamin McCulloch, commander of the Western Army, and Brigadier General Albert Pike of the Indian Department of the Indian Territory. The Confederates, when they were defeated in the battle, this left nearly all of Arkansas and the rest of Missouri, or at least the part that bordered Missouri, in Federal hands, meaning crushing the Confederate war effort in that part of the country and state. Today, I am here to read the memoirs of Confederate Captain and soon-to-be Lieutenant Colonel James C. Bates, who joined the 9th Texas Dismounted Cavalry in October of 1861 when the unit was mustered into Confederate service. He had been a veteran of the Battle of Round Mound and Chusatala in Indian Territory before coming to Arkansas to fight the Federals under Franz Sigel. He wrote on March 16, 1862, to a friend named Moody Johnson, "On this good Sabbath morning, as we have no preaching in camp, and as I cannot in consequence use the time to better advantage than by writing to you, I will do so, not that I have anything of spectacular interest to write, but more to fulfill my promise than anything else. I need not say much in regard to our recent battle. I suppose an official report of it will be published soon by General Van Dorn. If so, the full particulars of the fight will be given by him, as I was engaged in the fight on Friday only, and saw but little of it except on that day. I could not, if I wished, give you a detailed account of the whole. I will only say that on Friday about noon, near an hour after the fight had commenced by General Price on the left wing, we discovered the enemy advancing on our division. General McCulloch immediately ordered us to prepare for a charge and form a line of battle. This was instantly done. The 5th Squadron, or company, and Captain Giddens' Company B, were ordered to dismount and make the charge on foot. As the undergrowth was so thick between us and the enemy, we could not get through with sufficient speed on horseback. I should have stated above that the enemy had planted a battery of rifle cannon in an old field on our right, supported by a regiment of infantry and a large body of cavalry, and it was this we were preparing to charge. As soon as the charge was sounded, the whole regiment on foot and horse, with a yell more savage if possible than we had been accustomed to hear from the Indians, rushed on amid grape and canister and bombshell, with such irresistible force to the very mouth of the cannon that the enemy seemed perfectly terror-stricken, and in 5 minutes were in utter confusion, completely routed, running in every direction, and leaving their cannon in our possession. Amidst loud huzzas, our company flag was unfurled over the cannon. Our loss in this charge was 6 or 8 killed and 15 to 20 wounded. We were formed several times after this to fight, awaiting orders from General McCulloch, but we waited and waited in vain. Ignorant of the fact that his brave spirit had long since taken its flight to another world, the death of General McCulloch lost the battle to us on Friday. Saturday morning the firing was opened with the dawn of day, and was continued with particular success on either side until about 9 o'clock. At this time our batteries began to be withdrawn. I asked the reason and received the same reply from all: out of ammunition. The last battery passed us, and with it every hope of a victory. That day, although the firing with small arms still continued, and no order had as yet been given for us to fall back, I felt that it would soon come. The suspense and intense excitement of the 2 hours previous had been so great that it was actually a relief to me to know the fight would terminate. I have often thought it would be bad enough to look on while a battle was being fought, and much worse to engage in it, but if I could have my choice, I had rather be actively engaged in 10 battles than look with folded arms on one another such as this. If engaged activity we have no time for reflection. If not engaged, we can do nothing else but think. Our army was not whipped, but the fight ceased for the want of ammunition. We fell back in perfect order, the enemy being well satisfied to let us depart without an effort to annoy us. But I have said more of the battle than I intended. The enemy are still some 60 miles north of this, and showed no indication of an advance in this direction. Eben Donnelly was not in the fight. He was retained at Fort Smith for garrison duty. John Gibbons, too, was left in charge of our winter quarters. One of our company had his horse shot under him, another wounded in the arm, but not badly. Mr. Chisholm had just called at my tent on his way to Texas, and as he is waiting rather impatiently, I must close the scribble. Before the next battle, I hope we may have at least 10,000 Texans in our ranks. Yesterday, 10 from Lamar were sworn into our company, and we now have 106 rank and file. Our colonel distinguished himself greatly in our fight. In fact, our regiment gets the credit of having done more fighting than all the balance of the cavalry, which is really true. Say to Miss Mary I will write to her soon as I will also to you. I have not forgotten my promise and hope you will not forget yours to write, whether we receive letters from each other or not. Very truly, your friend, J.C. Bates. That was what he wrote about the Battle of Elkhorn Tavern. The regiment's colonel, Colonel Dudley W. Jones, who organized the regiment in October of 1861, was wounded, and because of this wound, he would no longer see active military service, and he would be discharged. And then the new colonel will be Colonel William Quayle, who was the former lieutenant colonel of the unit. General McCulloch was killed after being shot in the abdomen, and he would die a few minutes later due to those wounds. General Siegel would take over the area in the state of Arkansas, but then he would be dismissed and sent back to the Eastern Theater to help the Army of the Potomac to fight against the Army of Northern Virginia against Confederate General Robert Edward Lee. The battle ended as a Confederate defeat and would leave nearly all of Arkansas and the rest of the Missouri border to Arkansas under federal command or federal occupation. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode, and I hope the next few videos will be on the Battle of Franklin, Tennessee. I'm still working on that video, and the Battle of Fredericksburg. There will be a few videos on that. I hope y'all enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe if you want more historical content such as this. Share with your friends if they also want, if they like history as well, and if they might even like this kind of stuff. And thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.